We start with the sentencing of a convicted terrorist. 33-year-old Ali Muhammad Brown will spend the rest of his life behind bars. But the family of 19-year-old Brendan Tevlin, the college student Brown murdered, will spend the rest of their lives wondering what might have been. CBS 2's Meg Baker was in the courtroom as the killer learned his fate. Meg?
Ali Muhammad Brown was sentenced to 3 consecutive life sentences without parole today for the murder of 19-year-old Brendan Tevlin in 2014. Brendan's family spoke, as did the defendant. One by one, family members and friends addressed the court, each highlighting what Brendan Tevlin meant to them and how his murder at such a young age stole the innocence of every child in the family.
Brendan's death was a tsunami tearing through our lives. The initial tidal wave of grief was so destructive and unimaginable, and there has been no solace to be found in the aftermath. We lost an exemplary young man.
When I graduate next May, when I get my first job, when I'm walking down the aisle at my wedding, or when I have my first child, these are all milestones that we'll never be able to fully enjoy, knowing that Brendan will not get to experience any of it alongside me.
The Tevlin family sat heads down as defendant Ali Muhammad Brown turned to show his face, at first apologizing, calling his acts a mistake. Then,
I appreciate the things that I did, even though it hurt people. I don't regret anything because it made me who I am today.
Brendan's mom responded.
This animal called what he did a mistake. It was no mistake. It was a cold-blooded, plotted and planned murder of someone who was loved more than he could ever imagine.
Home on summer break from Richmond University, her 19-year-old son was sitting at a traffic light in his grandfather's Jeep when investigators say he was surrounded by strangers who ambushed and executed him in West Orange. Brown of Seattle admitted to pulling the trigger more than 16 times, a part of what he described as a jihad in suburbia. Judge Ronald Wigler called the crime barbaric, the actions of a monster rather than a human being, handing out the max sentence to deter others and make sure Brown cannot hurt anyone else.
On count 1, which charges first-degree terrorism, you are hereby committed to the custody of the Commissioner, Department of Corrections for a term of life imprisonment, during which you shall not be eligible for parole ever.
This defendant will spend the rest of his natural life in prison.
The family says the scars of Brendan's murder will never go away, but hopefully knowing that justice was served will help end this portion of the nightmare. They say they intend to pass along Brendan's life motto, good vibes and easy living. At the Essex County Courthouse, Meg Baker, CBS 2 News.